afternoon. I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. It's Wednesday, January 21st. Arguments and deliberation began for the trial of former Uvalde CISD police officer Adrian Gonzales. KEDT's Lon Gonzales has the latest update.
Deliberations have started in the trial of Adrian Gonzales, the former Uvalde CISD officer accused of failing to protect children from a gunman at Robb Elementary School in March of 2022. In closing arguments, prosecutor Bill Turner pinpointed specific areas in the case, which included Gonzales' responsibility as a police officer and the actions he needed to take during the shooting. Defense attorney Jason Goss attacked the prosecution's argument about Gonzales' part in the incident, calling it speculation and the need to find someone to blame. After a short break, defense attorney Nicola Hood approached the jury, saying the case comes down to the time frame when Gonzales and other officers gathered to confront the gunman at the school. For KEDT News, I'm Lon Gonzales.
The McAllen Police Department stated its lowest crime rate in the past 40 years, an over 10% decrease in crime volume from 2024 to 2025. Valley Central News reports that number comes from McAllen's participation in the National Incident-Based Reporting System, which reflects 52 reportable offenses classified under crimes against persons, property, or society.
I like to think that we have a very good community at McAllen. The community is number one. Without them, we're struggling. So we have a good, responsible, educated community in McAllen that takes care of themselves, take care of their property, and they participate in the criminal justice process. They see something, they say something. So that's number one.
That was McAllen Police Chief Victor Rodriguez speaking to Valley Central News. According to the report, from 2024 to 2025, McAllen saw the greatest decrease in crimes against property such as burglaries and arson. Shoplifting also took a plunge from 1,142 reports to 957. Motor vehicle thefts also had a major drop, going from 101 reports to 44. Crimes against persons were up slightly, with kidnapping reports from 5 in 2024 to 19 in 2025. Victoria City Council met yesterday. Part of its agenda included authorizing the use of $570,000 of excess capital improvement program funds to purchase land for the development of a shooting range for the police department.
Some of the benefits and opportunities with this come with improved reliability, accessibility, and safety. This is important. The reliability, of course, because it's not in the floodway. The accessibility is important because currently our current range is under certain restrictions of how often it can be utilized, the time of day, because we try and be mindful of the impact to the surrounding neighborhoods. And so this being outside of town, it provides greater accessibility to the site. And of course, it's just safer because we're just not around as many individuals and as many properties. And so it's just always safer to be out where there's not much around.
That was Victoria City Manager Jesus A. Garza speaking at yesterday's meeting. The approval also authorized the city manager to execute the land purchase agreement for about 17 acres in the 400 block of Adcock Ranch Road.
This will be a much improved facility over current situation. So I think this is a great move for the PD and for the city as a whole.
That was Victoria Mayor Dwayne Crocker commenting on Tuesday's approval. The council also authorized to begin transferring a property at 1103 Pine Street, formerly the City of Victoria's water treatment facility, to the Victoria Housing Finance Corporation.
We've been talking about this project with the Housing Finance Corporation for almost 2 years, which sounds crazy. But as part of preparing some remarks for this presentation, I didn't realize it had been almost 2 years that we started this conversation with the Housing Finance Corporation. But because of the previous uses of the site, we started the conversation with wanting to just explore it from an environmental phase standpoint.
Council members also selected members to be appointed or reappointed to the city's Building and Standards Commission.
The members whose names will be added to the resolution are Robert Brooks, David Brown, Doc Peters, John H. Clegg, Dean Sawala, Sherry Strickland, and Victor Marshall. Essentially, the 7 that were already currently serving or being reappointed.
That was City Secretary April Hilbrick with the official announcement. Garza also provided an update on the ongoing development of the Public Safety Headquarters, which is nearing completion.
We are officially beginning to move into the facility. It's still not open to the public. We anticipate that that'll occur in February, but we will start to move equipment, personnel, things that aren't necessarily customer service facing into the facility this week. And so we're very excited about that. It's been a long time coming.
Victoria City Council meetings are held on the first and third Tuesdays of each month and can be viewed online at victoriatx.gov and on YouTube at Victoria Texas Videos. An Arctic cold front is expected to trigger snow, sleet, and ice in Texas starting on Friday and through the weekend. How much of that could we see in South Texas? Texas Public Radio's Brian Kirkpatrick reports.
The exact amount of frozen precipitation to fall across North and West Texas remains debatable, but there are moderate to strong chances for a wintry mix. Frozen precipitation cannot be ruled out as far south as San Antonio. Matthew Brady of the National Weather Service says where any white stuff falls over Central and South Texas depends on when and where the cold front collides with moisture from Baja California.
The combination of those two things are a recipe for icy conditions and perhaps even an impactful ice storm.
Houston has a chance of midnight sleet as Saturday turns into Sunday. Highs on Sunday there will be in the 30s. I'm Brian Kirkpatrick in San Antonio.
Energy grid officials say the state is ready for a winter storm expected to hit later this week. Those freezing temperatures and icy conditions mean Texans will likely be using more electricity to heat their homes. And as the Texas Newsroom's Lucio Vasquez reports, the cold could linger for several days.
Temperatures are expected to drop throughout Texas, with some areas possibly staying below freezing through Monday. But ERCOT, which oversees the state's power grid, says it's ready to meet the demand. Officials point to grid upgrades after the 2021 winter storm, which left millions without power for days. Meteorologist Allison Prater is with the National Weather Service in Fort Worth. She says Arctic air should push into Texas on Friday.
We'll start out with a cold rain across north and central Texas, and that will quickly evolve into a wintry mix Friday and Saturday. So we're expecting some ice, some snow.
Prater is urging Texans to prepare now by winterizing homes and stocking emergency supplies. It should warm up a bit on Tuesday, with highs climbing into the lower 40s. I'm Lucio Vasquez in Houston.
And in college basketball, the Texas A&M-Kingsville Javelinas will be at Angelo State University tonight for Lone Star Conference play. The men's team enters tonight's game 7-9 this season, 4-4 in conference play. The women's team is 3-11 this season, with all three of those wins coming from conference games. And that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.